Hi, I'm Mark Mazzaferro, Public Information Officer for the City of Vacaville, and this is another episode of the Vacaville View. In today's episode, you're going to meet a man named Gordon Keiser who wants to take you and your friends for a walk around the City of Vacaville. Very important health tip. We'll also see a piece about a group of Will C. Wood High School seniors who are traveling around the city promoting the importance of graduating from high school, so stay tuned. We are with Gordon Keiser, who has kind of come onto the scene lately here in Vacaville with an activity that he's clearly in favor of and one that he supports. He's got a lot of personal experience with it, and that's walking. Now, I first met Gordon about 3 years ago at a senior event where it was for brain activity, so I stayed far away from that, the whole brain thing. Just kidding. But walking is something that almost any of us can do. But Gordon, why don't you tell us about your walking clubs and how this kind of came about and how you got involved with this?
Well, I started about 4 years ago when my doctor said, Mr. Keiser, we're at the end of the rope here. I can't give you any more stronger medicine than what you're currently taking. So you're going to have to get active and lose weight. So when I asked him, how do I do that? He looked at his watch and he said, your time is up. Because doctors only have 15 minutes with you. They're not educated. They're not built that way. So I spent the next year and a half, 2 years doing research on how to fix this kind of thing. So you go to your doctor, he says you need to do something and you need to do it now. Right. And how did you decide to walk? What made walking your choice? Well, it took a lot of research. I would go through I subscribed to all these huge amounts of magazines, newsletters, and that sort of thing from teaching hospitals, from clinics, and Cleveland Clinic and Mayo and all that kind of stuff. And of course, they would take a look at one particular thing, and they would say, you should do this or you should stop doing that and whatever. And it seemed like every conclusion you can take, for example, an 11-page scientific document, and at the bottom there's a summary. Mm-hmm. And the summary always said, activity helps this condition. Didn't seem to matter what the condition was.
Any activity helps any condition.
Exactly. Exactly.
So a sedentary lifestyle clearly is bad for you, no matter what your problem might be.
And a sedentary lifestyle harms everything. For example, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, joint pain, obesity. They're all aggravated by a sedentary lifestyle, and they're all helped by an active lifestyle.
Right. But it doesn't have to be run a marathon, climb a mountain.
There's the pool right there. And that's as important as anything. I want to see people have activity as a part of their lifestyle. It used to be 10 years ago, if we were talking about walking, people would go, walking? I walk all the time. What are you talking about? Now, the collective consciousness has got it. For example, I can say walking is good for you. Everybody goes, well, we knew that.
Yeah, that's not news.
That's not news. And now, when we include walking as a group, it includes the social aspects. It includes getting them out of the house. So they're getting activity, they're getting interaction, they're actually reducing the amount of cortisol in their body and increasing the amount of dopamine. Exactly.
Before we go too far, Gordon,
okay,
I just want everybody to understand you're not a doctor, you're not a therapist, you're not a
That's right.
licensed whatever.
Certified nothing.
Yeah, you're just a guy who's done some research, seen the benefits, and wants to share that information with folks?
Well, some people say, well, you're the living example.
Yeah, right, exactly. And you need to talk about that a little bit, about the before and after of your situation.
Right. So before, I was 40 pounds more than I am now. I was 10 inches, and I was on 5 different kinds of medicine.
Yeah.
Now I have one little pill, and that means 3 different kinds of diabetic medicine is gone, high blood pressure is gone, cholesterol is gone, joint pain's gone, so I'm not taking a lot of ibuprofen and that sort of thing.
Now, what's your doctor say? He must be thrilled.
He's lost 27 pounds.
Did you bring him out on a walk, or?
He did it on himself.
Okay.
So I saw him a couple of months ago, and he was walking this way, and I was walking this way, and it happened to be at Keiser Hospital, and it was almost like you've seen, we were going, oh.
The closer you get.
Yeah. Oh, it's him, it's him. So I said, well, doctor, you are looking great. Have you? He goes, no, Miss Keiser,
You look good. No,
you look good.
Mutual Admiration Society, good.
And so he said, I said, well, it looks like you've lost weight. He said, yeah, I lost 27 pounds. So I said, well, what motivated you to do that? He said, you did. He said, you're one of the few patients that has ever really taken my suggestions to heart and made a lifestyle change. And interestingly enough, the side effects of becoming active, and that means active mentally and physically. For example, my concept of activity is taking a computer class.
Right.
That's being active. That's challenging the brain. Playing tennis, swimming, walking, skydiving, whatever is, especially gets you out of your norm, improves your health. Well, the side effects of being active are things like reduces the risk of heart attack, reduces the risk of stroke, reduces the risk of, improves diabetic sugar control, decreases heart rate, decreases blood pressure. I mean, all those things happening to me.
Right. And why don't you talk about the walking groups? Because I think a lot of people would think, oh God, I got to join another group, I got to this, I got to that. But basically, show up and let's take a walk. Isn't that it?
Well, it starts that way. It absolutely is. But keep in mind, the things that cause poor health are not corrected by one of those. And one of those is active lifestyle. So there is a little bit more to that. But here's how it works. If you're looking for a walking group in your area, you go to the website, you put in your first name only, your telephone number, and your cross streets. We don't want to track where you live or anything of that nature. Okay, so then somebody else comes to our website and they go, oh, I live kind of close to there. Why don't I call that person up? And you call them up, and pretty soon, before you know it, there's 3-4 people making a walking group. Now they decide when they're going to walk. They decide where they're going to walk, how long they're going to walk, whether we're going to walk here every day at 8 o'clock, or we're going to, change it up and we're going to climb the hill or do whatever. They decide. Now, they all share their phone numbers. So they're all calling each other. And it's that interrelationship and that caring about the other person's life makes things like Alcoholics Anonymous work. It's what makes Jenny Craig work. It's what makes Weight Watchers work.
We're back to the socialization aspect of it and kind of the peer
and the
support.
Discipline.
Right.
Support and discipline. So you wake up in the morning, you're laying there in the bed, and you're going, oh, I don't think so. Oh, but wait a minute, those people are waiting for me.
I told Bob I was going to be there, I'm going to be there. Right.
Right. I think you read the story of John.
Yes.
And in the story of John is A story we hope happens 1,000 times or 1,000,000. John's homebound. Not because he has to be, not because he's physically incapable of getting out of his home, but because he's retired. His wife died about 3 years ago. He has no local friends. Now, he's overweight. He is diabetic. He's high blood pressure, cholesterol, joint pains. Typical low activity.
Right.
So we went around his neighborhood and we knocked on doors, and we found 3 stay-at-home moms that said, sure, they want to go walking. So we introduced them to John. They got John out walking 3 days a week. Now, the ladies didn't think that was enough, so they went to 4 days a week. Sure enough, John went ahead and did it. He's out there 4 days a week. Then they bumped it to 5 days a week because these gals want to get into their skinny jeans, or they want to get this bikini.
Swimsuit season, absolutely.
Exactly. So I went to see John about a month after he started, and I asked to see his general health journal. So they keep a journal every day. I looked at his blood pressure was down. It was a downward trend, okay? Heart rate, downward trend. Blood sugar, he's diabetic. His blood sugar is now starting to better control.
Get less stabilized.
Swings, exactly. And his steps taken from his pedometer is going up.
Well, sure, he's getting in better shape. He can go farther.
He's lost 2 inches.
Wow. See, now, that's the thing. That's the thing is, you want to see visible results, you know, not these.
And
I mean, as nice as all the numbers are, and it's kind of almost esoteric. But when you look in the mirror and you look better, that's got to make you feel better too.
God, you should see him. I have to tell you a story about that. So anyhow, he's lost 2 inches. He's feeling better. They invited him over for a potluck, and now they went to Larry's produce, and he's actually bought some fresh produce and fruit. So he's going to try his hand at cooking again.
So you mentioned your website a couple times. What is the website? What's the
Well, it's called Activity is Medicine.
So www.activitiesmedicine.com.
Exactly.
So we go to that website, we see the story of walking groups and things like that.
You'll see pictures and videos and scientific information. So let's take a look at where we are. We're at 1.95 miles.
Let's call it 2 miles.
Okay, it's 2 miles.
Okay.
And it is almost 4,128 steps.
Wow.
And it went by like that. We didn't notice it.
So our bottom line message.
Activity is good for you. We know walking works. Walking in a group is even better. And it is so low cost.
Thank you very much for your time today.
Mark,
Thanks for
we appreciate you
taking us
guys
out on a
coming
walk.
with us.
And if you need to get a hold of Gordon, you can go to his website, activitiesmedicine.com. And there's emails, phone numbers, and all those good things. And we'll put the address on the screen too. So again, thank you very much.
Terrific.
Thanks.
We enjoyed it.
Thanks for taking a walk with us today.
Great.
Today we have 4 busloads of graduating seniors from Willsiewood High School, parading through the grammar schools and energizing the students at those schools, letting them know, hey, you know, you can do what we're doing.
We're doing a couple things today. One is we're celebrating our seniors, our graduates, those that have put in the time and the hard work and the effort, challenged themselves and pushed themselves to graduate from Willsiewood. So we're celebrating our seniors today and that accomplishment. And we're also sort of putting them on display today. We're very proud of them, and we want the community to see them. We want our younger students in the community to see them, to have something to aspire to. And then the other thing that we're doing is we are setting an example for our younger students in this community. The graduation is one of our primary goals, that we want them to be there in 2 years or 4 years or 10 years, as it were, today.
And basically what we're trying to do is promote graduation. We're trying to get every one of those kids in our blue and gold robes, walking down the stage when it's their turn to graduate.
Today we have gone to 2 of the elementary schools that feed into Wilsey Wood. We went to Fairmont Elementary and Payton Elementary, and we paraded through the schools to see all of the elementary kids, kindergarten all the way through 6th grade, and we paraded in our cap and gown, and we high-fived them all and just showed them what it's like to graduate high school.
They've been loving it. They've been smiling, and they can't wait to go to Wilsey Wood and become future Wildcats.
They were so amazing. They were enthusiastic. They were excited. They gave us all so amazing high fives. They all were so happy to see us. It felt amazing.
Their faces lit up. It was awesome.
We're always looking for an opportunity to work, in conjunction with other partners in the community. And this was one where the school came to us and said, we need some help.
We looked into chartering buses. We looked into school buses. We couldn't even afford that. And so, this dream started at the beginning of the year. I think it was August, actually, of 2011 that we came up with this idea. We looked to some other school districts that were doing things like this, and that was our goal from day one, but it was still, I think, January, and it was going to be a no-go. We couldn't do it, but we reached out to City Coach, and they said absolutely. This is something that they believed in. They believe in community, and they basically came in. They brought a whole team in. They sat down with us, and they said, we will do whatever it takes to make this happen. We're going to make it happen. And then we worked out the details from there, but it just simply, it wouldn't have happened without them.
I think it just really shows how Vacaville really is a community. We all work together because we all want good things for our students. We all want everybody to succeed and everybody to graduate and everybody to have a job. So I feel like it really just shows how we all collaborate and come together when it's something important.
I'd like to thank our advisors for making this happen, and the schools, as well as City Coach, for allowing us to use their buses.
City Coach, connecting people to community. Well, that's it for today's show. Hope you enjoyed the program. If you have any questions about today's program, give me a call at 449-5371 or email me at channel26@cityofvacaville.com. Thanks for watching.